This week on C Plus News Time, Funny or Die wants you to acknowledge climate change and registering the vote. Seth Meyers is developing 2 comedies for NBC, and Kamau Bell CNN show gets a second season. Let's hope this one isn't made to go weekly and then canceled right after getting less than 10,000 viewers. To Inside Baseball, watch me hit a sloppy home run on this C Plus News Time.
It's C Plus News Time. Delivering to you the news you didn't know about, the news you didn't care about, and the news you didn't know you cared about. With host, Chad White. Now, here's that host, Chad White.
Referees cornered the market on black and white striped shirts, just like convicts do with orange jumpsuits. Welcome back to C Plus News Time. I'm your host, Chad White, and this is the comedy news that you didn't know about for the week of September 26, 2016. First up, Funny or Die, the Between Two Ferns production company, is going on a tour with Next Gen Climate. What's the problem? Not enough of you young people are out there voting. The tour is called Jokes for Votes, and comedians like Kumail Nanjiani, Sarah Silverman, Baron Vaughn, Kate Berlant, and a few others will be along for the ride. The tour is set to make 19 stops in California before the voter registration deadline on October 24th. Next Gen Climate creator Tom Steyer said on the news, quote, "We can't wait to address the urgent issues facing us. Climate change, growing income inequality, and racial justice, and gender equality." Next up, Seth Meyers may be a late night host, but that's not stopping him from touching primetime. Meyers is developing 2 scripted comedies for Daddy NBC. The first comes from Amber Ruffin, one of the current writers of Late Night. The show is about a 1980s sibling singing group that's past their prime as they perform at birthday parties and write jingles today. Producers Mike Shoemaker and Andrew Singer are also on board. The second show, AP Bio, comes from Jay-Z impersonator Mike O'Brien. It follows a former philosophy professor who takes a titular job at the school. He uses the students to enact revenge on those who wronged him in the past. Shoemaker and Singer will also produce this show. And finally, Kamau Bell CNN show United Shades of America is getting a second season. The traveling-based series was recently nominated for an Emmy and TCA award. The show follows Bell as he travels throughout America, finding humor in things that are almost completely racist, like the time he met with the Grand Master of the KKK. Bell is excited for the show to return, and his one true hope for season 2 is, quote, "I think now, more than ever, people realize that we need more platforms that demonstrate how to have productive, respectful, enlightening, and funny conversations. Also hoping now that since we have a second season, I can finally meet Anthony Bourdain." With this renewal, Bell will be free to continue his socio-political commentary on today's world. Back in 2012, Bell hosted Totally Biased on FX and later FXX. The show was a pseudo-predecessor to Larry Wilmore's Nightly Show, which also covered topic matter concerning black people's place in this strange, sometimes racist world. The show, again like the Nightly Show, was received in a mixed manner. The AV Club likened it to David Alan Grier's short-lived Comedy Central talk show Chocolate News. They continued by saying it was much better than whatever that show that Russell Brand's Brand X, which also was a talk/variety show on the same network at the same time, was trying to do. Bell has been noted for trying to find humor in racism, the unfunniest ism of them all. While speaking with NPR on the topic of the meeting with the KKK, he said that the group recognizes they're the quote-unquote boogeyman as they find themselves shirked in their own mythology. He added that the ending of his show, Totally Biased, maybe had been for the better. Like I mentioned before, the show moved into a nightly format, and that changed a lot of Bell's friendships with some of the people behind the scenes. He added that the show ending may have been better for his career, and it was. Now he has a successful show on CNN, and it's doing well too. The KKK episode alone attracted 900K viewers in its debut. It's a far cry from, say, Modern Family's average of 10 million, but in terms of cable news, that was basically the middle of a season of Blackish. At this point, I'm just naming things on my DVR. Look, Bell has proven he can host a show and he can do it well. Totally Biased was a step in the right direction, but he needed a more cohesive output for the show. It came into the TV landscape almost too soon while still bringing up a conversation that is and forever will be relevant. FX put it on at a strange hour, 11:30 p.m., when Colbert was still funny on Comedy Central, and eventually 12 a.m. after the network thought it was a good move to give Russell Brand an entire live hour. As the season went on, the show showed progress. It just needed time to work out the kinks. CNN did the right thing by giving Bell another season. The nature of United Shades of America is germane to today's topic of race relations. It's a conversation that needs to be constantly brought up in order to progress, to move it forward. Bell, looks like you finally did it. CNN will be ringing you for a long time. And that's all the news I have for you on this week on C Plus News Time. Why don't you subscribe and check out one of our other videos. Of course, you can always head to the website cpluscomedy.com. We've got the latest news, reviews, features, interviews, and other good comedy bits that only I can provide you with. Follow us on Twitter at cpluscomedy. Follow me on Twitter at ChadBlackWhite. Like us on Facebook. Tumble with us on Tumblr. Be sure to keep a bat around because you never know when you're going to need it for a dumb video. All right, you're out of here. Go to the third base. Walking you home. Baseball analogy.